Stewart started studying consciousness because he was an anesthesiologist and he noticed some interesting things. He published a paper called Do Anesthetics Act by Altering Electron Mobility? So basically, to sum the paper up, anesthesia inhibits plasma. Why this is so interesting and important. But first, this paper that came out in 2024 on extraterrestrial life in the thermosphere about plasmas, UAPs, pre-life in the fourth state of matter introduces some parallel concepts. So in this paper, they talk about plasmas doing interesting and intentional things. They talk about plasmas forming helical structures that can evolve into double helixes, similar to a double helix of a DNA. Teodorini, who also has the intelligent plasma hypothesis, argues that these helixes can be replicated in other crystals and that the self-organizing ability of these crystals can affect other plasmas, which also may form a plasma dust crystal helix. Theoretically, this could be likened to the horizontal gene transfer. They also say these extraterrestrial plasmas, or what they're calling plasmoids now, that are filmed in the thermosphere might represent a non-biological form of pre-life before the acquisition of RNA and then DNA. Further, when they descend into the lower atmosphere, they would likely be classified as a UAP when observed. So are these plasmas or plasmoids conscious? And how could we possibly tell if we don't even know if we're conscious, or we can't tell how we're conscious? Well, one way to detect consciousness is what goes away when you are getting anesthesia. Can plasmoids be anesthetized? This is where Stewart and his interesting papers come back into play. Okay, now it gets really exciting. So there is something called Kirlian photography. It is immensely beautiful. Essentially, a plasma comes out of a material, including living tissue, and they call this plasma a corona discharge, likened to an aura, as you can see here. So Stewart sent me this awesome image of a phantom leaf. Well, he recommended to look for the image. You can call it a plasma image. Basically, a missing part of a physical leaf is found using Kirlian photography. In my opinion, it's almost like this higher dimensional plasma blueprint of our reality that shapes it. So in this photography, they were able to see the missing part of the leaf. So in this interesting sidestep exploration in Kirlian photography, it came back now to Stewart's team in their paper, seeing if the Kirlian effect, I hope I'm saying it right, if I'm not, I am deeply sorry, but if this effect went away for animals under anesthesia. So Stewart and his team actually put rats to sleep, like actual sleep, under anesthesia.